Okay. Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's morning from this part of the world. I'm so happy to be up here again today. It's really been a while, and I trust you've been having a good time. Yeah, so I'm here today with a very interesting episode on LES Matters with Miss Blessing. And today I'll be talking about toddlers and mealtime manners. Toddlers and mealtime manners. So why did I come up with this? Some weeks ago, I was somewhere and a little child's mom was feeding her, and then she was running around the house from the room to the kitchen to the playroom to the sitting room to the veranda, upstairs, downstairs, and all that. And so when she came into where I was like, can you please just make this child sit while she's eating? She's over 2. No, she won't sit. She's not gonna sit. This, that, this. But you know what? You could actually make your toddler learn to sit while they are eating. Apart from the fact that it's an antisocial behavior, the child could choke around. Imagine your child having chunks of food in his mouth and the child is running around. What if the child trips? What if something just happened? But the fact is that you could actually get your child, you could talk them into learning to sit while eating. Fine, thank God we have seats that are specially designed for that purpose, where you could trap them to do all of that. Of course, at a point in time, they may not want to make it of the seat again. So today I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to help your toddlers sit while eating. All right. So number one is that initially it may not be easy, because inculcating habits into them is not easy. You have to keep talking over and over again. So if you're not a talker, I'm telling you, I've got to learn to talk. You have to learn to talk to your kids. You have to keep letting them know all of the time that it's good to sit while eating. All right. And then you model what you want to see in your children. So if you as a mother, a father, a child caregiver, you're eating and then you're walking around, or your TV is all right beside you, or you're eating and then you're operating your food at the same time, the child is definitely watching and they act out what they see. So beyond the talking, you have to model what you want to see achieved in that child. Then sometimes you can make the child also sit beside you while eating, and you can just tell the child, okay, Jenny, can you see what I'm doing now? Mommy is sitting while eating. Mommy doesn't have to walk around. She's not jumping around. Make the child model what you want to see in that child. Model it for the child. And aside that, while you're working on the child, on your child at home, also discuss with whoever cares for the child, whether in the school, their caregivers, or even with your partner. Okay, so there may be times you aren't going to be at home and your partner have to do that for you. You let them know, this is what I've been trying to achieve with Jenny. Do this, do that. By so doing, it's not like, okay, when you're feeding with the child, you're doing the work alone, and then when it's daddy, the child have to run around, or when it's mommy, the child has to run around, or when the child is in school, the child has to run around. No. So you're working, your partner is working, other child minders and child caregivers are also working around with you, and the child will realize that, oh, this isn't a mommy thing alone. Auntie is saying this, dad is saying this, so and so person is saying this. So the child, with time, the child realizes that you're not trying to enforce an habit on him or on her, that it is actually something that needs to be done, or it's the needful thing to do. So carry your partner, your child caregivers along, and then you establish a predictable mealtime routine. For example, the child, let's take school hours for example. The child takes cereal or something very light before going to school, and the child knows that, or you've planned that, when the child returns from school, mainly or she's back from school, she does go to have a shower, he just go to have a shower, and next time it's meal time. So if that's what you intend to do, let it be consistent. It should be consistent. So it's not like today the child returns, okay, tell the child go and sleep. When you wake up, you're going to have your meal, and another day is another routine. No. When the child knows that, oh, this is what I do part-time, it's also going to have, and then you're telling the child, okay, it is time to eat. Children resonate with such things a lot. When you tell them it is time for this, in fact, with time they'll begin to ask you, oh mom, is it time to eat? Is it time to sleep? Is it time for snacks? Is it time for TV? And it's good you inculcate it in everything you do. So establish a predictable mealtime routine for them that, with time their system also get accustomed to it. Then while they are eating, don't put on the TV. You see, while children are having meal, okay, let's say adults, for example, you're eating and seeing a movie, or you are eating and doing something on your phone. You could come across a very interesting thing, and then you want to pause your meal and look. For children, they might not be able to pause. They just want to stand up and go to the TV, because they believe getting close to the TV is when they have a better view of what they are seeing. So they just want to stand up and then go there. So when they are eating, all TV should be off, their tab or whatever might pose any form of distraction. By so doing, you're also building a good habit in them to do away with all gadgets while having their meal time. And it shouldn't be something you should fight over. Don't say, I've said it once, I've said it twice. If you have said it 100 times, I'm telling you, for a toddler, it's not enough. It's really not enough. So you have to keep saying it over and over and over again. So that means you have to be a patient person, and then you have to become while saying it to them. And then make it fun too. Make eating time fun for the children. Everybody should not just eat and they just move away. Make it fun for them. And then for this point, it's something I like to emphasize, because sometimes many parents feel it's not possible. But I've worked with children 1 year 4 months, 1 year 5 months, 6, 7, at 18 months. Talk about it with the child. Children listen, and you don't have to shout. In fact, when you want to communicate something to them that you feel you aren't patient about, I want to implore you to, at that point in time, try as much as possible to use the calmest of your voices with them. You don't say, sit down. No. You can talk to them about it. Okay, now it's time to eat, and I need you to sit. You have to be calm. Children actually understand. They actually understand. You can talk them into doing what you want them to do. So you don't have to shout. You have to keep talking. You don't say, oh, I did it yesterday, I did it the other day. You have to keep doing it. Keep saying it with time. Sometimes they may not understand all of what you're saying because of the level of their vocabulary bank. If their vocabulary bank is not rich enough at that stage, there are some things they may not understand. But talk to them about it, and as you talk to them about it, act it out. So let's say you're bringing their food for them. So it's time to eat. This is your food. Come and sit. All right. It's good to get whatever they need. Get their apron. Get their napkin. Get everything you need around them. Let them sit down to eat their food. So children can actually be calm. You can talk to them in a calm and reasonable way, and they will reason with you. Well, some of you might have been doing it, and sometimes you talk to them, say, okay, they sit down. Within a minute or two, they are up again. Say the same thing to them over and over again. You have to keep doing it until you achieve the result, until you see what you want, the way you want to see them behave, until you see that behavior coming out. Don't stop talking. All right? Then the last but not the least, be consistent. Consistency. So if you said it today, or you said it in the morning, you'll still say it in the afternoon, you'll say it in the evening, you'll say it the next day. You have to be consistent, because children actually thrive on consistency. Many a times they want to try you. They want to see if mommy actually meant what she's saying. And not only in this, it's not only applicable in this aspect. Every other thing, you're giving them an instruction. They want to try and see, let's see if mommy is serious. So they come around, they try. If you see them or you find them doing what you have given them an instruction about, they are not following through, and then you don't say anything. I say, oh, dad is not serious, mommy is not serious, auntie is not serious. But you have given them an instruction, you have talked them into doing something, and then they are trying to go against it. By the time you realize that, and you let them know, I told you about this before. Wow, they're like, oh, mommy is serious about this. At another point in time, they leave you for a while to be, they come back again to want to try it. If you insist, I have told you this before, they'll know that you're serious. But if you give them instruction once and they disobey twice, mommy is not serious about it. So consistency is very, very key in inculcating whatever habit you want to see in your child. So let's run through this, go through them. Why don't you try it out and see how much it works? Yeah, and come back to thank me later. Thank you very much for this time and today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, LES Matters with Miss Blessing. Thank you very much. It's a bye for now.